Well, hey there, folks. Quilly Teen here, and today we're going to play a very relaxed game. It's Mini Metro! Hey! I love this game. I first did a video on this in, I think, 2015. This was originally made as a Ludum Dare submission. The minimalism theme for Ludum Dares. Same one I did, I did a multiplayer sort of low poly first-person shooter game that was a heck of a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Well, in the creator here, of Mini Metro, which is, I think it's called Dinosaur Polo Club, something like that. They made this little game called Mini Metro for Ludum Dare. It scored very well. And they went ahead and went through the process of making it the full-fledged game. This was about 10 years ago, I guess, with this award here. They also have another game that they came out with later called Mini Motorways. And in many ways, Mini Motorways is a better game with more options. But I think I always preferred the original Mini Metro more. Anyway, I was recently reminded of this because I just recently traveled on a flight, and my laptop's not very powerful, so I wanted to load up some games on it that wouldn't need a whole lot of go juice. And I was like, you know, I haven't played Mini Metro for a while. I bet you it's the perfect airplane game, and it was. But one of the things is I'm having a little bit of difficulty with one of the scenarios here. New York City. So, well, they're not scenarios, they're just slightly different maps. I'm having a heck of a hard time cracking this top 20%. This is where I am now. Whereas, you know, a lot of the others, with London, for example, top 10%, that's fine. Not everything's unlocked. When I was playing like a long time ago in the beta, I don't think, well, maybe they had cloud savings, but you know, it hasn't persisted over. So I started over with effectively a fresh account over here. So we're gonna give New York a try and see if we can do a little bit better. And if you've never played this game, I mean, it is dirt cheap, gorgeous aesthetic, and a hell of a lot of fun to play. So here's the deal. We got different stations. We got oh, I guess, is this the first time I played it on my PC? That's entirely possible. We get these different stations, circle, squares, triangles, for example. And these people show up. So over here, we've got some passengers waiting over at circle. One wants to go to a square, one wants to go to a triangle. They don't have a specific actual fixed destination. Any square will do, any triangle will do. And we can just simply set up our metro line by clicking and dragging. So now I have a red line that currently goes to circle and square and back. I could draw a second line. I'm gonna go and click over here and lock this bottom bar open, which I quite like. I could draw a second line. I could do a green line over here. I could decide to get rid of the green line, and maybe I can just decide to move the red line, or even what I can do is just draw a circle. All these are valid ways for me to build up these connections. Currently, we have 3 lines available to us. We can unlock more. I have 2 locomotives and 3 bridges. I guess it really is on tutorial mode. I don't know, can I? Oh, I don't know. Yes, it's probably the first time I played it on PC. So I'll just go and stretch this line over here, change things, and that's going to be it. You can see this ghost outline. So if a train is currently on the line, that ghost of it will remain until it's been cleared, and then it'll go there. So right now, I just have a clockwise operating train. I could go and put a second locomotive on this if I wanted to. That was going counterclockwise, like so. And you can say, oh, it's so calm and relaxed. Now we can fast forward a little as well. There you go, higher speed, but still very calm and relaxed. And it will be until it's not, until everything is chaos and everything is stress. So we appreciate these early moments. You may have also noticed it's very subtle, but the screen is slowly starting to zoom out. Now we've got our first station across a river here. So we're gonna have to utilize one of our bridges. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and connect a new line over here. So we got this dash line over there. We did use up one of our 3 bridges. We've got 2 left. And we've got that. Okay, we've got this. I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do this one. Now, there's kind of a difficulty potential. If there's a square passenger that spawns out of these 2, the green line will pick up the square, drop it off here, which will then wait until it gets picked up and then brought over to the square route. It's actually very bad to have 2 stations or multiple stations in a row that all have the same symbol, because you're clearly not going to be unloading passengers, right? If we pick up something as this triangle, then we go to the next triangle, let's say there's a 3rd triangle, well, it's going to be a while before the stuff from the first one, because triangle passengers never spawn at triangles, and so on and so forth, right? So you can end up in a situation where your train car here is filled up. It'll reach a station, but it won't have any room for more passengers, so it's going to keep going through. So a string of similar stations in a row is very bad. And I suspect that any like math majors that do graph theory and things like that can probably figure out some pretty interesting solutions to some of these things. All right, so every Sunday, a new week starts. You get a new locomotive that you can deploy, and you get a choice of 2 new assets. These are random. These will be different every time. So we can add an extra carriage to a train. We can get a couple of new bridges. Sometimes you can also unlock a new line option as well. What's the other thing? Oh, an interchange, an upgraded station that can hold more passengers as well as swap them faster. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab a couple more bridges because I think we're going to want more bridges at some point on this map because we've got a few different rivers to deal with and we might not get offered bridges again. What we see here is random. The stations that spawn on the map are also random, so different times are going to have different successes. You can see that train actually was quite full. These trains here I believe can hold 6 passengers each. We can double up. I can throw, if I'd taken the carriage, I could have added a carriage to this, which would have doubled its capacity. And of course, we've got more locomotives. These locomotives can also be moved from one line to another or rearranged. We're going to see, I'm sure later on, some micro options. All right, let's get a purple line that goes this way. So it's just going to collect here. So this is an example. It's going to pick up this triangle. It's going to drop off the triangle over here. Just like that. All right, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, we got a triangle here. It's not bad because we've broken up these 2 circles. Because right now, if a triangle spawned over here, the train would have carried it all through there to there. Now it'll drop it off there, although it is going to be further and further to drop off a square. So you can see, actually, I guess it's aware of this other train because it didn't pick up this square. I guess because the shortest path from this square, for this square passenger, is to go or to go clockwise, and there's a train that way. I actually don't know all of the behaviors that the AI of these little trucks have in terms, or these trains have in terms of whether or not they pick up passengers or what. And knowing those intricacies would probably help us find some solutions to some tough situations over here. So this is the number of passengers that I have delivered. This is our score. I believe my current score is somewhere around 1,300. I think that's what it was at the start of the video. I should have made a specific note. But yeah, it would be nice to see about exceeding that. So we'll go and extend the green line over here. And Sunday is coming up, so we'll get to pick some more little things in a moment. All right, we get another locomotive as we do every week. Now I can get a new line because I'm currently using all 3 of my available lines right now, or I could pick a carriage. I think I will grab one more line. After that, I don't know that I'll need more, although as I say that, again, I haven't gotten a truly fantastic score on this yet, so it'll be interesting to see what we can do. For this, I could just connect another line. I've got some bridges. I mean, I guess so. I'll just do this. I'm sure at some point relatively soon, we're probably going to rip everything out over here and do a bit of a redesign once we know what we've got. Okay, this over here, I think it was a triangle, just turned into a plus. A plus is one of the rarer options. I think circle might be the most common, with triangle being just behind, square being the least common of the commons, I suppose. And then you've got some oddballs like the plus, the diamond, so just sort of a square that's turned on its side. Actually, sorry, yeah, literally like a rhombus, because there's also one that's a diamond shape, which is different. And then there's one that's sort of an oval. I'm trying to think. I think there might be, there's a star. So anyway, there's a few other like kind of rare shapes. This square here is actually a very convenient location. Now all of a sudden we've got on our red circle, we've got a couple of squares a few stops apart. So that's actually gonna be quite good for draining things. Right now, the biggest problem might be if a plus spawns here or here, like the plus passenger, they've got a bit ways to go, but the pluses are also less common, right? Because there's only one. I think based on the amount of stations that are on the map, more passengers will spawn for those. So in theory, more circles and diamonds will spawn than anything else. Week 4, another locomotive. And now what are we looking for? Well, I'm actually a little bit disappointed here that I didn't get a carriage possibly, or maybe an interchange, because I feel like more lines, it is very convenient. It's also worth noting, while you can add multiple locomotives to a line, by default, I think you can have normally only a maximum of 4 locomotives per line. So more lines at some point may be required. And I suppose on this map, we might appreciate more bridges. So I think I'm going to start with the bridges here. Right, a lot of these lines aren't doing much, just using them because why not? But we're, again, probably going to do a redesign soon. You can see this station here, because everything from purple gets dumped here. And unless it's a square, it doesn't get drained. So there's a good chance that we're going to see a lot of accumulation here. And if we keep this kind of set up, this might be a good spot for an interchange upgrade if we were to get one. We don't know if we'll get one. We'll see. Now, for a moment there may have been a slightly different glow around this. There is a maximum capacity for each one of these stations. If you go above the capacity, which I'm actually not sure what the number is, it's a full row, which might be 6 or it might be 8. What's going to happen is a timer will start to develop around the site, and if that timer fills up, you lose. So you can see here again, this whole green thing is becoming a little bit of an issue. What I'm wondering about is if we did this. Sorry, by green I meant the squares on the green line. If we do this, all of a sudden the green line has access to a square drop-off. And that actually might be very good. And in fact, I might want to do the same thing here with blue. That way blue doesn't have to drop off any squares here and wait for a red. Things will get drained a little bit more. There we go. We can see the timer counting down over here because this is overly full. I'm going to use one of my extra locomotives, and I'm going to make it start right there. So it'll immediately go and pick that up and dump things off. Go. Lots of drop-offs going on over here. New week, locomotive. I'm going to go for a carriage this time, so we will have the option of adding some extra capacity. Have you noticed, again, the subtle zoom out? Just wonderful. Just really nice the way it does that. You can't tell. Okay, so this is another one of the very rare shapes. So we do that. So now, anyone anywhere in the grid that spawns and wants to go to this pentagon here will eventually have to make its way down the line. Again, I don't think there's going to be a lot of pentagon, so it's not the end of the world. But we'll kind of want to monitor that. We might want to have some sort of express that cuts through this, that services all the rares. All right, I'm gonna say green is definitely having some issues. I'm gonna go and add the carriage to that train there, so it can pick up a little bit more with more capacity. I still have an extra locomotive. I'm not gonna worry about using it quite yet. Okay, there's our, I guess, rhombus. All right, our 90-degree turn square. Oh, speaking of square, there's this. Oh, well, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to disconnect from this square. I'm just going to reroute this way instead. There we are. Circle there. I guess we'll do this, but this doesn't bode well for the green line. I think it's going to need an extra locomotive, or this might have to be cut. We might want to unlock another line and do a dedicated line over here, rather than overload green more than this. I may as well throw a locomotive on there now, because we can always move it. This purple 3 circles in a row is pretty bad, but purple line is pretty short that it's not enough of an issue. The big thing is the fact that it's going to drop off tons of stuff at this square, most likely. Another locomotive. Okay, a line might be useful. My instinct was going to say carriage, but maybe we'll grab another line. Now, what I'm going to do here, and this might be the wrong time to do it, but I want to showcase this. One thing we can do, as I've talked about before, we can go and delete this line, right? We can also do this to quickly delete everything. Now, I'm doing this sort of as a demo. Whether or not this was the right time to do it, I don't know. But actually, we probably can leave red there. Sometimes it's good to do kind of a big purge over everything and then redraw your lines. I think the central red loop is actually still pretty good, so I think I'll leave it there. I think what we'll do is we'll grab a line that does this, and maybe, in fact, actually, there's really not going to be a lot of plus traffic. I think what I'm going to do is this. So this is going to spawn a lot of triangles and squares over here, so they can get dumped off directly from the green line. And then this purple line, I think I'll do a similar thing like that. And then, what do we have left? We have 2 more lines. Boom, 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 boom. And again, I think I'll send it to the square. We'll have to monitor this at the risk of it maybe becoming overfilled, but really the only thing that's going to get dumped here is maybe pluses, right? The crosses, because everything else can be served locally. Maybe we pick up some triangles here and here to drop off there, but otherwise, yeah, seems okay. And then I think I'll just connect to another triangle there and see what that does. We'll unpause. So it's reset itself to basically 1 locomotive per line. I guess it would still have the 2 on the red. You can see this got pretty full pretty quick. What we'll do is I'm temporarily just going to drop on the green here because we can pick up a ton of triangles. And I think I'll drop onto the purple as well. So same thing, pick up some extra triangles and things and send them the other way. And then I can go and rip those off afterwards. I think I'll go ahead and add green to that. That's going to be all right. I would like an interchange here. And okay, you are empty. So what I'm going to do is that way, and we're going to give you a carriage as well. So when you pull a locomotive off of something, it does complete its trip. So it'll like stand here as a ghost for a second while it completes its previous stop, unloads its passengers, and then moves again. So it does give you some flexibility, but it doesn't let you cheat. Triangle there. Orange line getting kind of long. It's only got the 1 locomotive. I'm wondering if just the one blue with the extra carriage is going to be enough on this line. It may be. I'm going to go and add an orange over here. And they do try to keep one stop apart. If you do deploy two locomotives quite close by, they will. The rear one will wait a little bit to give it some space. Yeah, oh, we do have 2 trains on orange line. Okay, that's not too bad. We got 2 on purple. I guess we only got the 1 on green. You know what? Let's get a helper on green. We've only got 1 on blue, but it does have the carriage, so that helps. Well, that's not bad. It does give us a triangle drain in purple here. See this green? Okay, another locomotive. I think I'm gonna go for another carriage. I'm gonna drop this locomotive here with a carriage on green, and then I think I can pull this guy off. And we only have the 1 on purple, right? I guess, yeah, we have 2 on orange. I think we only have 1 on purple. Purple is doing okay. Well, let's do this. And yeah, I would like an interchange for this. Okay. Normally we don't have enough squares, and now we seem to have, like, an embarrassing number of them. Crazy. Hey, it kind of looks like a hand. I won't say what it looked like before. I'm sure the comments have already figured that one out. Like, I'm just gonna go and ignore this. You can see lots of special symbols assembling here, which makes sense because a lot of the special symbols are on these separate lines. Like, hey, we've got this diamond symbol now over here. So there's going to be more special symbols dumped there. This station here also just sees a lot of cars that come through. I would love an interchange because it would speed things up dramatically. See, it's like it's not going to be able to pick up all the passengers here because it's full up from so many things in this route because there's not that many things that can drain here. But yeah, I'm looking for an interchange here. Otherwise, probably another carriage. I don't feel like we need another line right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. We would use these lines if we had them, but in terms of priority, another circle here. Yeah, blue being overwhelmed. I could add a second carriage to that, but let me just grab this purple. You see, this purple will complete the trip, and then it'll show up over here. And you can see it's waiting here just to give it a little bit of space in between. Locomotive. Arg! I really want an interchange here because interchanges cars, passengers unload and load like almost instantly, and it gives it higher capacity. It would be perfect for this spot here. All right, I think what we're gonna do is we will add a blue with a carriage here, and then I suspect this might mean the single train here on blue could be redeployed, possibly to help out on green. Potentially going to cost us the game. Ooh, okay. You need to turn around immediately. Can't wait for you to do the round trip. And then over here as well. Are you picking things up? Or are you just dropping off? See, I really need the interchange right there. Okay, here's what we could do. Instead of having blue drop off there, I could have... Blue still needs to drain at a square. I'm gonna have it drop off there. Oh. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it thinks it's the first time I've played on the PC. Even though I had played before. Please don't lose the game. You. We want... It's diamonds that are wanted, so it's the purple line. I do this. We should be able to pick up a bunch of these diamonds. There we go, and send them off over here. I guess, oh, there was just the one train on the purple line. Okay. And then tell me you're picking up some stuff here. Oh, you're not. Oh, you don't stop at this station, right. Grab this little green? No, I'm trying to grab the locomotive. I'm gonna grab this. And there. We come in here, pick up some squares, pick up some squares, pick up some squares! Pick it up! There we go. Ooh. Well, we'll definitely need some more in purple, I would say. No, don't lose, don't lose, don't lose, don't lose. Are you gonna pick up things? You will pick up some diamond. Oh, but the triangle here is gonna lose. It's got a bunch of pluses. Is there any chance you'll arrive in time I don't think you can lose while a train is working the station. I think the timer pauses. We're still going to lose. It didn't drain enough. Okay. So you can see the issue here. Let's go again. We'll get a different experience this time, though, because the stuff we will get will be slightly different. But yeah, I think on London I got about 2,000 points. But here, just cracking that 1,300-ish mark. Very challenging on this map. Because you don't have as much flexibility for where you go here. Now, it could be that doing these circles here is not the right path. But because of the rivers, it feels very natural to just have, you know, Manhattan here be one circle line. Is this New Jersey over here? And then Brooklyn? I don't know. I don't know what's... I don't know New York. But yeah, and then have another loop and then have a cross thing. But maybe it shouldn't be that. Maybe I should go for lots of lines instead and have like up and down, like a north-south, an east-west, and then on each side, maybe another one, you know, something like that. I think if we had been able to get that interchange, oh, see, I hate this. Look at all the circles in a row here. If I'd been able to get the interchange in one station, even though that wasn't the station that lost us, all the trains would move faster. I think I still have to start, I feel, with more bridges. Because if we don't get any more bridges in the next couple of weeks, we might not be able to get things. There's a little island off to the north, the cross rivers, that we might not have enough for. But now we're good. I don't feel like we necessarily need to take any more than this. Hopefully we have great success this time. Let's do that. Do not add more circles in a row on red here. But yeah, anything generated from this circle has to make all the way around potentially to get unloaded. Now what I could do is have red skip this. And instead do that. Because the important thing is that now anything from this triangle can get anywhere it wants. That's going to be okay. Purple's having a little bit of a hard time. They couldn't pick up anything there at all. Good candidate for maybe another line existing over here. Coming up on Sunday at midnight, we'll get some new unlocks. There we go. Locomotive. I guess I'll go line. And what I'm gonna do here is do this. Now, this could get overloaded when we get the special symbols, but right now, each one of these lines can drain every passenger without unloading it to another line, which is great. It's a mess. We'll do a cleanup at some point, but for now, everything is working. Okay, so now we get our first special symbol. And I guess what we have to decide is how we want to get things here. Again, not a lot of traffic goes there, but enough that it could be an issue. Maybe it's worth having both purple and red stop at this. And then green will drop off any, you see, rhombus? We'll drop it off here, which is fine. And blue will drop it off here, so it spreads it out a little. Maybe that's better. Let me do a counterclockwise train on the red line here. And let's extend purple. So at least the triangles can be dropped off immediately on that one. Purple's a little bit longer than blue, but I think we're fine now. It's looking very messy. Okay, we get another square. That's nice. Here there's a square just one apart. If I do this, I mean, it feels bad. I mean, it looks bad, but I don't think it's just from an aesthetic point of view. I think it actually does flow quite poorly. What if red bypasses this guy? Does he need to stop there? I don't know. I guess he may as well. All right, coming up at the end of Sunday. This might be a good time after this, when we see what we get, to maybe do a big redraw. Carriage bridge. I don't think we need more bridges, unless we go massive lines with lots of bridges to shake things up. But there's no guarantee if I'll get a line. I should probably get at least one carriage for an overloaded line. And right now, I think I'm just going to put down an extra train on purple. 3 triangles in a row on green. Not great, but Again, I think triangles they're very common, but I think circles are the most common. So there's a good chance we get a circle somewhere over here. Ideally, I would have liked it in the middle of this area so that we could do a little bit of a drain. But at least this way we can pick up circles on our way west and drop them here instead of picking them up and going there. Okay, we got the sort of leaf, which we didn't get last time. I said I think there's an oval, but I guess it's this leaf shape. We can put this on red. Now we have to decide, do we want to drop off the leaves and do that? We could extend blue to here. Blue's short enough, I suppose that's kind of worthwhile. That way it doesn't have to drop off all the leaves there. It can complete the trip itself. But it does slow down blue because it's got to go a little further and make an extra stop. And is that what we want? Whereas if we did drop them off at square, if we get an interchange this time, then maybe what we do is we interchange the square and then we change how a lot of these things flow. Okay, purple is definitely getting a little bit more sketch here. It does have 2 trains, which is enough for now. And I've got the carriage I can still deploy, although I think I'm going to be deploying this carriage on green right now. Clearly needed the extra capacity. Dump out all those circles. Okay, locomotive. Okay, we got an interchange. So with that, I'm not going to deploy it right now, but I suspect we're going to interchange right over here. I'm not going to deploy it because, as far as I know, I don't know any way to remove the interchange. Right? You can redraw all your lines, you can do whatever, but once you've upgraded the symbol to an interchange, as far as I can tell, it's permanent. May not be the case, but it seems to be. I have a hard time believing we're not going to do that. Things definitely have to drop off here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and commit. So you got a bigger symbol, and you'll see next time a train goes in there, it happens almost instantaneously. Boom, boom, and then they just immediately turn around. So it's not just the greater capacity, it dramatically increases the speed of your network by having that. Okay, we've got a star. I think I might kind of want to do a redraw here. Let me just drain a little bit more off of that. There we go, okay. Sometimes... I wonder, does it make sense? And I don't know that it does. Does it make sense to have a route that's just like, I'm going to deal with the special symbols? I think the answer is no. I don't think there's any way. And I mean, this routing doesn't really make much sense. I don't like that it's not circular, but as long as people drop off all the oddball symbols at this square, red can currently service all of it and then pick up a few incidentals along the way. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Alternatively, you know, red could do this sort of northern east-west route, and then we could have a more southern. That's a lot of circles in a row. Yeah, then we don't have enough bridges. I don't know, I think I like the loop around here quite a bit. And I think it should stop there. Maybe something like that. We're going to get some extra trains back. Right now it's going to deploy exactly 1 train with no carriage to each one of these lines. Where's our red? It's going clockwise. Send this one counterclockwise. Oh, okay. I never do service that circle, so we'll go and do that now. don't know that purple's going to need the carriage. 'Cause, I mean, obviously when we redo this, there's like this moment of slowdown that's going on. I don't need that, right? Well, you know what? Yeah. Let's do it. And then we may be able to pull some things off. But, I mean, some micromanagement's always going to be happening. Okay, that's good. You dropped off 2 squares. Now I'm going to do this, because red has the carriage. Oh, I probably want to invert you. Do that, because you'll arrive here, you'll dump off stuff, then you're going to flip directions, you'll pick up some stuff, and you'll go. Okay. Locomotive. Now, this is an interesting question. Interchange versus carriage. I'm not sure that I need another interchange. So I think I'm going to go carriage for capacity. And put this on this purple, right? Oh, I guess you were already past this. I'm just going to help out, alleviate the pressure. If I do this, I think we'll be removing this extra train here. Okay. Go. Pick up. Oh, it's waiting for some space. So many circles. I think blue's gonna be okay. I think purple needs the break. Okay, seems fine. Friday. Should be able to make it the next Sunday. Another complaint here, although this train should do pretty well. Oh, there's only so much room on it. Adding a square to the north part of red is probably going to be helpful. Okay, nothing's worrying us. That's going to be pickup. There's a long wait for here, but we need a second one on blue. He's the only one that doesn't have 2 things operating. Actually, I'm not sure green does. Yeah, another carriage I think is the way to go. I don't think the line is the solution. Yeah, green is alone. Oh, no, it does have a second one. Okay. Okay, we've got another special symbol. Feel like red might end up with the full 4. 2 in each direction. It might not need the carriage. Oh, now this is a thing. We do have enough bridges. I can do this. It's going to take 2 bridges. Say maybe we want another line to service this a little bit instead. We could also consider splitting red into 2 different loops if we get an extra line. Oh, that is dirty here. I don't like that. Now, which one is... What's the best path? The best solution for dealing with red? I don't know. Stop giving me circles. Oh, this blue line's going to be terrible. I mean, it's a good thing we're getting a locomotive no matter what. We might be forced for another carriage here if we get offered. That I think's the second diamond, isn't it? Oh, did we not get a diamond on this run? Maybe we got the last one. Here we got the teardrop that I may have referred to as diamond. Yeah, that's possible. Nothing's getting picked up here. Locomotive. Okay, I mean, we don't have any bridges right now. But we also don't need any strictly because we did reach here. And if we did unlock another line, I'm kind of wondering about another interchange. I don't know where I'd put it. Maybe right here? Alright, blue definitely needs an extra. We're being overstressed. I'm going to take this green. Just fast forward you over here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to have green not stop at the station here anymore. I will have it stop there, and I think I'm going to make this an interchange. This little green carriage is going to do this instead. Green's got 2 interchanges at one end over here, which should speed it up a lot. Dude, no, don't do that. Why are you... Still fine. It's all these circles in a row. That really saves it. Technically puts a diamond between these. U. Turn around immediately. Do a U at this station. There we go. Purple's okay. I think we can do this. Forgotten about this station building up. Another triangle up there. Well, we kind of sort of have to do this. Get you to make the jump to here, please. Thank you. Well, we've improved our score a little bit. Okay, nothing is alarming right now. Was there for a sec? Oh, this one here. Oh, there we go then. Turn around. Sunday. Well, we're about to get a new locomotive. I'm going to take the carriage for sure. Of course, yeah, we'll put another circle on the blue line. That's fine. You know what? How could that possibly be a problem? It's freaking out. Oh, no. Back up. Come over here. There we go. Okay, we got a freak out there. That's about to get picked up, though, so that's okay. Drop off, pick up. That's good. This one's building up. Double carriages that are full. That's just ridiculous. Okay, but you're fine. You're fine. Good. This one here, less so. Oh, my God. Both these lines are just being hammered. Let me teleport this one a little further ahead. There we go. Got this counting down. I'm gonna have to take this purple and get it to come over here. Okay, good. Both of them have gotten risen. That's great. Okay. Good. That's going down. Sure, I'm sure we can handle an extra circle. Why couldn't we handle another circle? Come on, game. What are you doing to me? Okay, good. Oop, that's freaking out, so let's have you pull a Yui. Although this one's about to flip out, too. Don't do that. You guys start back here. All these are flipping out. Okay, new locomotive with another carriage. Yeah, hold on. All these are flipping out. We're gonna hit our maximum four trains on the purple line right now, and they're all full. Carriage there. Move an extra carriage here. Come on. Oh, thank you. Weirdly, that circle is less of a problem. Okay. This is alarming here. I wonder, should there be crisscrossing over here? Should purple cross into this star? Dump stars here? I don't think so. Okay. Let's skip directly ahead. Oh, no. I misclicked. I didn't drop it properly. We're gonna lose. Oh, we lost from that one! Still, we hit over 2,000. That's got to be good for some percentage points. Where are we at here? Bam, top 2%, baby! I knew all I had to do was record it, and you would help me psychically while watching the video slightly in the future when it's posted on YouTube. I knew that that's all I needed to do. I had to perform for you. Top 2%, baby. All right, we're going to call New York done. Excellent. Well, I'm going to keep playing on my own now. We're going to play some more videos. Take on Warsaw. I feel like I've played some of these before, and it's just like from way back when, and it just didn't get picked up by the cloud from way back in the day. Actually, I have to take a look at Paris too. I haven't played, which I've clearly done before. But yeah, makes me think I can take another crack at London. Now I'm like top 10%. Give me a break. Clearly, I can do better than that. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.